Good morning, everybody. I was trying to give the garbage man time to move along out back because they're always so loud. But he's taking his time, and I didn't want to delay any longer. So I'm outside. I wanted to walk over. There's a kind of an empty field with some trees and shrubs and everything that would have been beautiful for us to draw today, or for me, because you guys couldn't see through that vantage point. But neither here nor there. It was sprinkling and it keeps spitting rain every now and then. So tired of being cooped up. I know you guys are too. So I came out. I have a front porch, and I am sitting out here just so I can enjoy some fresh air. It's always good for the soul, and just the whole atmosphere is completely different than being boxed inside a house, and that's so important for us right now. Is we got to be able to have these little moments of clarity and get ourselves out, and even if it's just to the front porch, it's a change in scenery. Feel the wind against your body, blows your hair around a little bit. Actually, it's a really nice day right now, even though it is overcast. It's still pleasantly warm than it has been. So it's good all around. So, got my notepad, and today we are. I know Joe had requested just a while ago as one of the suggestions landscape drawing, and that's kind of what I'm going to do today. It's not going to be all environmental stuff because I've got houses in the way, but there are some trees and bushes and stuff. So the way I like to start a landscape is there are two ways to orient our paper. This is portrait, this is landscape. So when you're doing a landscape drawing, it gives you more room to express what you're drawing when you do it in a landscape way. So you turn your paper sideways, you're now in landscape mode. And because it's a little windy, I am putting my spirals on the direction where the wind is coming, so that way it's not fluffing my sheet up where I'm going. It gets a little bit of a pain in the butt with the hand, but I'm outside. What do I care right now, right? All right. So the first thing I want to do is get my pencil, and I'm just going to start drawing shapes. Now, generally with landscapes, you want to get a line for your horizon or where you want to start. So right now there's like a natural sidewalk line, so I'm just going to draw a sidewalk line across my paper. You see that? Okay. Doesn't have to be straight. We don't judge around here. It does mess with my OCD a little bit, but you get over that. So I know that there's some sidewalks that go up to the houses, so I kind of got to get them involved, and then do my houses. So I'm just going to draw some basic shapes for the houses. And it creates a good way to get some perspective as well, because houses aren't two-dimensional, they're three-dimensional. Oh, and I think the garbage man's coming around. Can you hear him now, folks? Isn't that a wonderful thing? But you know what? That's fine. We roll with it. How's everybody's weeks been so far? Believe it or not, it has been pretty busy here. Oh, yeah. I am definitely doing something here. Oh, caught wind of that garbage truck too. It's a little poignant this morning. Should have had some flowers or something out here. Oh, do need my eraser. Don't forget, if you got an eraser, you can use it. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect right now. We're just kind of going through the motions, getting our stuff together. I gotta move my sidewalk. But that's okay. Oh. Did you guys know that we have officially kicked off our YouTube channel that goes along with our Facebook page? You can find all of these videos now loaded up on Facebook. So if you miss us and you want to catch up with what we were doing, that's a great time. You can see any of the videos there. Let's see here. Got all right, so that's kind of that house is right there. Oop. Figure out how to draw this one piece of ceiling or roof. Okay, window. All right, so I've got my house is done. Now I'm just going to draw in some trees. You guys can't really see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make you dizzy for a moment. Hold on. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Now you see the trees, bushes, all the plants. All right. Now everybody clear your heads for a minute, because that made me dizzy just thinking about it. All right, so I'm going to add a tree. Now remember, it doesn't start at your sidewalk line. It sits back a little bit because we're creating depth. So you just want to kind of draw the main trunk first. You know, every tree is about this main trunk, and then you kind of got to branch off from it there. Lots of different branches. Oh, there goes the garbage truck. He's moving on. We're going to hear him. He's going to be even louder now because he's not protected by houses. Oh, now he's backing up. You gotta love it. I love live features, right? Alright, I got another tree over at the other house. It's kind of in the way right there. Well, you know, I gotta finish the bottom of the tree. It's got some mulch around it, so I gotta make sure that I include that. Now I gotta do my other tree. Ooh, that was a little too skinny. I don't know where that lisp came from. if you're like me, I'm an 80s child with 70s shows syndication. So, like many of my peers at work, I grew up on Bob Ross art. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, I believe they've still got some shows on some of his shows on Netflix. If not, you can definitely find him on YouTube. He was famous for drawing happy little trees. I would sit down with my grandma and we would draw whatever he was drawing, which some of it was kind of interesting. The man could draw landscapes. I have no idea how that man came up with all that stuff. You know, a lot of landscape artists have to look at what they're drawing in order to do it. Not Bob Ross. He could do it just the way that he pictured it in his mind. So amazing. So now I'm putting in, oh, there's a branch with a swing on it, so I got to include that. Why? Just because it's fun. Adds to the difficulty level. Oh, that swing is just not. Okay. It looks kind of funny. I'm just going to say it's blowing in the wind. Alright. There's a sign. Can't really read it from here, but I'm pretty sure it says no parking. Oh, there's another little tree back here. I think I drew my porch off in the one house, but you know what? We'll roll with it. Alright. Little potted plants. And the other house has some pots on their railing on their porch, so I gotta make sure that I include those. And they are, I'll put one in, otherwise it just gets too intense. I put my tree on the wrong side of the sidewalk, but you know what, that's okay. We've got a little one of those little wash basin tubs, you know, like you see upside down with a broom handle sticking out of it, on those country bands. Somebody playing like a mock bass. They've got one of those on the other side, so we'll just mirror it and go from there. All right, so we're taking shape. Now I just gotta draw in my trees. Well, I got my trees, I mean my leaves. So, wondering. These are probably easier done when you're painting. Make your happy little trees. The brush strokes can make some fabulous foliage. Hey, that kind of fabulous foliage. All right, so how do we want to draw? How do we want to color this in? Do we want to do colored pencils? I didn't bring any water out to use my watercolors. Got coffee, but that's not the same, and I don't think my crayons will work the same. I'll let you pick on what you like to do. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to color in my tree trunks, since they're kind of the focal point. Anybody have any plans this weekend? I've got some housework to catch up on. So, probably going to do that. Right, you know what? I got the tree in the background, or a little shrub. I'm going to color in those as well. I'm going to save the mulch for a different color. Oh, beautiful. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Art's not an exact science when it comes to what you're drawing. Just the way we can express ourselves and kind of moderate our emotions. Nice calming effect. That repetitious movement. All right. So, got my tree trunks colored in. Now, let's see. I'm going to go with let's see how this green looks. Oh, it's nice. It's in the pastel section. Oh, here's the doggy barking. Lots of different greens. You know, when my son was younger, he had a color deficiency where he couldn't read the different shades of green. But he must have just not understood the test because he kind of grew out of that. But, you know, when you're looking at a landscape, when you're looking at scenery outside, you notice that it's just not all one shade of green. There are several different shades of green. There's darker greens, there's lighter greens, there's the greens in the middle. Anybody know why leaves turn upside down when it rains? Or when it's going to rain? Because you'll see the leaves turning upside down. All right. Got that green. Now I'm going to use a different green for some of this, like the trees in the background. They're a different shade of green. So I'm going to color them in a different shade. And then the bushes are yet a different shade of green altogether. I'm not making it perfect because it doesn't need to be. No, that's too late. Let's go. I really don't have a dark green, do I? Oh, that's perfect. Well, I bet you're glad I'm not doing this on top of the table right now because it would be shaking like crazy. And there's a little bit of red in this one plant, so I'm going to put some red in the green, set it apart. Let's see if I got it. That one planter on the neighbor's porch. It's kind of a terracotta color, but I don't have that. Don't forget, the direction that you color in sometimes can help add texture. Like if you've got boards that are going up and down, then if you color up and down, you don't have to go back and do as much work to define those boards. That's kind of a brown. Would that be a mulch color? Put it around the trees. The one neighbor has red mulch, so I might come back with some red and color in on top of the brown to kind of blend it in. The other neighbor's got black mulch, so maybe I'll come back through with my black and color on top. Blend that in a little bit. They've got some flower beds too. I missed those. Put that mulch in. Oh, we're doing fine now. All right, got the mulch. Where's my black? Oh, all right. So black and brown kind of makes it look dirty, but that's kind of how that mulch looks from back here. Not everybody around here has the same color mulch. The neighbors on the other side, they're doing stone, white gravel. So instead of mulch, they put down some fabric to cut down on the weeds. I think it's kind of a neat idea. If I had the energy and money to do something like that. Alright. So we're taking shape. We're getting some color in there. Well, let's see. I need to color that seat, don't I? The swing, not the seat. It's a green swing with a yellow harness. Yep, I lost my camera. As long as you guys can still see me, I'll keep going, but I can't see what I'm showing you now. Alright. Well, if I got a cream color house, I don't really have the cream color, so I guess it's going to be yellow. Maybe if I do, I don't know. I was going to use the side. Sometimes if you lay a pencil down like that, you can get a different texture with that, but the black paint on the pencil is rubbing off. So I'm just going to color lightly the house, which is the house on my right. I can't color the roof on the other one. Is cream with a brown roof. So color that in. Oops. You can't color if it's not on the paper. I'm not going to bother with the doors in the background. And then it's kind of reddish brown. I'll use this brown for the roof. Well, it's a little bit lighter than I wanted, but you know what? We're going to run with it. Alright, I don't think I have a gray. Sometimes if you want to mark with gray, you use black, but you use it kind of light. And that's my pencil. One thing about these art kits, they're very nice. But man, they all look alike sometimes. Do my sidewalk. phone keeps beeping. Or my computer, it's not my phone. Oh, I forgot to color the branch. Oh, wrong brown. We're rolling with it though, and the house across the street is kind of a battleship. We do have a gray, look at that. But you know what, that works fine, because it'll set apart the house color. Trying to just wrap it up a few more minutes here. Ooh, that's kind of really... The color of that other house, it's called driftwood. And if you've ever seen driftwood on the beach, what color do you think it looks like? You would be correct if you said light gray. And it's got kind of a black... Actually, it's got driftwood, which is also a roof tile color, or shingle color. Oh, everything else is dark. So I've got a couple minutes left. I'm just going to go over it with a darker pencil. Got to make some lines a little bit darker. Almost done. Just trying to capture my house here. Alright, getting there. I didn't get to color my sign. But you know what, that's okay. So, if you can see it or not, there's our landscape. Again, it's relaxing, it's calming to me. And it's fun just to see what you can do when you've got the stuff to do it with. So, that's kind of what my neighborhood looks like. If I wanted to, I could come back through with a red pencil and draw some flowers in the mulch in the yellow house, because that's what they got, red flowers. Maybe come back through with my green. There. I didn't have time to color my grass, but you know what? We're good to go. So, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you got to get some relaxation in just as much as I did. You had fun. Please send me your pictures so I can post them to our Facebook page. I would love to see user submissions. I don't care if it's days after this. You know, if you're watching this video next week and you want to follow along and do a landscape and send it in, by all means do so. I've gotten very few submissions, and I would love to see more from you guys at home. I just posted my email address. Please send them to me. You know, I'll display your work on our Facebook page. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's you. This represents me. I want to see what represents you. Again, my name's Curtis, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.